Hello out there, shopkeepers and do-it-yourselfers. So, what's the big idea with slide pins? Well, if they're froze up and they're not moving, your brake pads are going to wear uneven. Now that one's the inboard side, and you can see that that caliper was running cockeyed, and the reason is because this slide pin is froze up inside that cavity, and so we've got to heat this dude up, get that out, and there's what it looks like. So we got to warm this bracket up so we can get that out. You don't want to just start twisting on that pin because you'll break it off in there, most likely. So warm that dude up a little bit, shoot some oil in there. I like to use PB Blaster. They're not a sponsor. I don't have any. But just put your straw in there and shoot it up in there, and work that pin back and forth, and get it good and loose, and then put you a pair of pliers right there, and push that way while you're rotating it, and that pin will come out. That's why when you do a brake job, you need to take these pins out and lubricate them. I'm going to wire brush this one up real good and see if it's going to be okay to reuse. And you might stick a drill bit in there. It'd probably be something like a 5/16 or maybe a 9/32. Go in there and drill out and get all of the rust checking out of there. And again, I use this CRC. It's a synthetic grease. I just give a coating, not a real thin coating, and I don't glob it on there like a toboggan on a head, but all the way around this pin, all the way around that pin. And when I put it in, don't just shove it in there, rotate it while you're pushing it in, and then push in, and that pushes that little rubber seal up over that lip. So we'll get that cleaned out with a drill bit and get that shined up, or replace that pin, put some grease on it, and put the new brake pads on, push the piston in on your caliper. Make sure that your caliper is not swinging on the hose. When you got your piston pushed all the way in, make sure that your rubber seal is folded in like a bellow and not sticking out and going to get caught. And then when we set it back down on there, your pin bolts that hold your caliper to the slide pin, those just tighten down. German torque specs, good and tight. You know, it's just a what is that, I don't know, is that a 10mm bolt, like a 5/16. You know, don't get out your 1/2 inch impact on it. You'll break them off. And then we'll just open that bleeder valve and just let it gravity bleed. And then when you get done gravity bleeding it, put your put your little rubber bonnet back on your bleeder valve so that it keeps it clean, keeps the road debris out of it. And then before you go to move the vehicle, be sure and push on the brake pedal 3 or 4 times to get that piston pushed all the way out, get all your slack out, and check your master cylinder and refill it with .3 or .4 brake fluid from a fresh container that's not full of water, and because it's hyperbolic, it draws moisture if it's not sealed or the cap on it tight. Make sure it's good and clean, and that's the way you do it, boys. Thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe.